I woke up this morning from a really bad dream. Probably the 26 kilometers I walked yesterday as part of my walking meditation. Or just the stress of the last few days of getting into this new routine and figuring out, you know, everything that I need to do to make this 40-day process a success. And I realized as I was sitting with myself last night, it's not about doing so much as it is about being. And I think I'm missing the point if just within the first 4 days I'm already experiencing like panic and anxiety about figuring out what to do for the next day and what to do for the next day, when really I should just be documenting what's going on in my day-to-day life. So this is what's going on. I'm at the beach for my sister's birthday. And we're spending the weekend here. And this opportunity to just kind of hang out with my family has been the break that I need to start recalibrating. And I like this. This is a good break for my mind. I've also become more mindful of whenever I feel overwhelmed, because there has been a lot of overwhelm over the last few days. Instead of reaching for my phone and distracting myself from the stress with like scrolling through social media, I've just taken to like sitting down and closing my eyes and really inviting that stress in. If I didn't engage in that, I don't think I'd be growing. I feel like there's a lot of growth already, but obviously growing pains exist when you grow, right? So going back to being versus doing, part of this meditative process, right? Because the whole structured framework of what I'm doing now is through Daniel Brown's meditation framework. A lot of the insight that I'm gaining is really allowing myself to be. The being part is so much more valuable than the doing part. There's so much anxiety that's coming from not having a plan or not having what I want to happen. There's so much going on in my life right now that I feel like I have no control over, and I think that's what the source is of my anxiety. Ultimately, I keep forgetting that I need to cut myself more slack because this is a global pandemic, and if I want to become healthier, it starts with really getting to know myself and really getting to know what I need. And I think I've been ignoring that for the past 2 years. Like, there was a sense of foreboding when I turned 30 that something bad would happen. And literally, the WHO announced that COVID was a global pandemic on my 30th birthday. The reason why I want to document this is because this feeling, like this sense of foreboding, this is gonna happen next, I have no control over that, but I do feel like that's something that I've always had a gut conscious awareness of, and I want that to be more like clarified, but at the same time to also increase God's voice in my heart. And a lot of the podcasts and books that I read are all about being open to His will and discerning His will. And today I was watching a YouTube video by the CFRs. Shout out to Poco Poco Podcast. The priests were talking about how God's will isn't a blueprint. It's not a blueprint for my life, but it's more like His presence in my life. And rather than fighting, being angry and being upset about like, what am I supposed to do? Like, tell me what to do. It really is just being in His presence. And that's the whole point of being versus doing, right? Martha versus Mary. And that particular gospel reading is for a different day. So anyway, so instead of doing, I've decided to just spend the next few days being. And I will report back to see where that takes me. So anyway, I think that's the plan. The plan is to be more, do less, and to really embrace the not worrying about it. To really allow myself to just be present. So I'm gonna go be present now to my family. Hi!
He's our dog.
I know, he's so cute. There's the dog. So anyway, I think that's the plan. The plan is to be less. Oh no, sorry.